Good morning, everyone. So before going to start day 2, okay, day 2 session of Snowflake real-time training. So just a recap of the last session. So what we have discussed. So what is Snowflake? So what is Snowflake? We have discussed. So anyone remember? So what is Snowflake?
Cloud-based data warehouse platform.
Yes, Snowflake is a
Cloud-based data warehouse platform.
yeah. Cloud-based data warehouse platform. Okay. And mainly we are going to use it for use it for data storage, data processing, and analytical solutions. It runs or it built on top of AWS or Azure or GCP, and it is a SaaS model. It is a SaaS. It is a SaaS model. SaaS is nothing but software as a service. Software as a service. So you no need to install any software. So it's already inbuilt. Okay, it's already inbuilt. So just we need to use. Okay, just we need to use. So even interviews also it is very important. So they are going to ask what is Snowflake. Even you are learning Snowflake course. Okay, someone is going to ask, okay, what is Snowflake? At least you have to say 2 points, right? Okay, so that is the reason I have written here. Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. Mainly we are going to use it for data storage, data processing, and data analytical solution. Okay, and it built on top of AWS, Azure, or GCP. It is a SaaS model. There are few points yesterday we have already discussed. Okay, just you can go through last session once again. Now we have seen how to create Snowflake account. Snowflake account. See, normally it will be 30 days. Okay, 30 days. But I have given a simple idea how to create it for 120 days. Okay, 120 days. 120 days. Now, and also we have seen some use cases. Okay, we have seen some use cases like it is not opening. Okay, how to read the data from AWS and what is required. Either it is stages and pipes and those kind of things, and what are the advantages we have seen, and what are the main features we have discussed about in the previous session. In today's class, we are going to mainly talk about database and what is schema and what is table. Okay, and how to create the tables and how to create the schemas and how to create databases and how to store the data into a tables. As part of SQL sessions, we are going to talk about this. And also, if you want to learn or survive in SQL or Snowflake, okay, if you want to, so you have to know this concept at least. Okay, these are the concepts we are going to talk. Okay, going forward in next 2 2 to 3 sessions, like how we are going to use group by and order by and joins and functions and where class, okay, and subqueries. Okay, these are the concepts we are going to talk. And I have created one roadmap. To become an expert in SQL. Okay, we do have, okay, we'll talk about what is DDL and DQL and everything. Just I'm giving the overview. Okay, DDL, DQL and DML commands. Okay, DCL and TCL, and what are the operations and what are the functions and what are the data types. So if you complete this one, okay, if you complete this, you will get 90%. Okay, you will get 90% idea on SQL. Okay, so there are few concepts it missed, but that is not required. Okay, so we are going to cover all those things, okay, in actual classes. So this is about SQL. So before going to start Snowflake sessions, I'm going to teach you SQL first, then we'll go with Snowflake concepts. Okay. Now, so yesterday we have created one account. Okay. My username is VIT School 17. So this is my login URL. Okay. This is my login URL. Suppose I don't know this URL. Suppose if I don't know this URL, how to log in? So we do have app.snowflake. In order to create an account, we are going to use app.snowflake. In order to create account or login or sign up. Login or sign up, we are going to use app.snowflake.com. So here we do have a sign up button. If you want to create a new account, click on sign up. So here, if you observe, yesterday we have already seen, so 30 days free trial. Now, I want it for 120 days. Trial equal to student. Okay. Let me take another browser. So, okay. So this way you can create 120 days free trial account. You can use it for 120 days. Even if it is expired for after 120 days, you can create one more account by using the same email ID with different password. That is up to you. Now, we have already created an account. So I want to log in. Okay. Click here, or what you can do, app.snowflake.com. So what is your account name? If you observe here, see directly, there are two ways. One is directly you can log in with this URL. Okay. Directly you can log in, or else you can go with app.snowflake.com and you can select your account here. There are two ways to log in. So that is what I want to convey. Okay. So or else directly you can take this URL and you can log in into your Snowflake account. Snow login. Okay. So this is my login. Like this, after creating an account, you may get one URL. Okay. You can use the same. Now, here I'm going to log in with my username and password. So in order to log in into Snowflake, so there are two ways. One is by using app.snowflake.com, or else you can directly take your URL. So here you can provide your username and password so that you can log in into your Snowflake account. Okay. So this way we can log in. See here, you no need to install any software. It's like, it not required any MySQL or Oracle or Sybase or DB2. Okay. You no need to install anything. So that is why we are going to call it as, it's a SaaS model, software as a service. It's everything inbuilt, but you need to write queries. That's it. Okay. You need to write your queries. Now click on data. So here, if you want to create any database, see here, if you want to create any database, so here you can create. Here you can create. So by using commands also you can create, or else by using GUI also we can create the database names here. Suppose you want to take a new worksheet, click on worksheet here, click on plus button, click on SQL worksheet. If you double click this one, you can able to rename, or else you can rename it here. Snowflake Day-2, something like this. Okay, something like this. So if you observe here, there are two databases. Okay, so one is Snowflake. Okay, this is not database, I think. Okay, there is one database, Snowflake sample data. So here you can see, there is a symbol, database symbol. Okay, so inside this we do have multiple schemas. We'll talk about what is database, what is schema, and everything. Okay, so inside this schemas we have a tables. Okay, see here also we have a table called customer. So here also customer is there. What is the difference between these two tables? Okay, so everything we are going to see today. But just observe how to log in into Snowflake. Just you need to take app.snowflake.com, or else you need to take your URL and you need to log in here. Log in here. Okay. I want to create database. Okay, I want to create database. So it's very simple. So create database. So my database name called, okay, my database name called ViVision, suppose. Okay, just write this one and click on run. See, database is successfully created. So you want to see this database, what you can do? If you want to see, you can click on this three dots here and click on refresh. See, here you can see ViVision. So we have another command called show databases. Okay, I don't want to refresh. I want to see here itself. Okay, show databases. So if you see here, there are three databases. It is available: Snowflake, Snowflake sample data, ViVision. Okay, ViVision we have created just now. Okay, ViVision we have created just now. Now, first of all, you are telling, okay, create database and ViVision and show database. First of all, I want to know what is database. I want database. So anyone is having any idea what is database first? Theory, just one line answer. What is database?
To store the all business information in one place.
Yeah, correct. That is also correct. Business information. It's like storing the data. That's what you are telling. Okay, that's good. Storing the data. So what I can say is, okay, it's like there are many definitions, but so what is database? It is a collection of meaningful data. Collection of meaningful data, that is called collection of meaningful data, that is called database. It's like a collection of data. So what type of data? It will be structured data or semi-structured data or unstructured data. So that is called database. See, what are the database systems you are aware? Tell me, database systems. You may aware database systems or RDBMS, relational database systems.
DBMS.
Yeah, that is DBMS, correct. Yeah, DBMS inside that. So this is database. So you may heard about MySQL. Okay. SQL Server, Oracle, DB2. Okay. So we do have few more, but this we are going to call it as database systems. Okay. So what is database? It's a collection of meaningful data. So here you are going to store either structured data or semi-structured or unstructured. So what are the database systems? It is available in the market. It's like RDBMS relational database systems, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, and DB2. Okay. Even IMSDB also there. Sybase is there. Okay. There are few more. Okay. Sybase, IMSDB. So these are all, yes, correct. Postgres. Okay. Postgres. So these are all database systems. Now, so what is Snowflake? It's a cloud-based data warehouse platform. Okay. So this is also one of the, so here what we can do, that's what I told you, right? So here you can store the data, process the data, and mainly we are going to use it for analytical solutions. Okay. Now, so these are the few database systems it is available in the market. So we'll talk about Snowflake later. Okay. Now, so this is the, and here we are going to mainly talk about SQL. So how SQL came and so where and all we are going to use SQL. So that is our main intention. Now, you may heard about SQL. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Structured Query Language. So this is the abbreviation, okay? But I want definition, okay? I want definition. So anyone is having any idea why we are using SQL? So what is the difference between this? See, sometimes, okay, I have seen many students, okay? So they were saying like, okay, SQL is a database. No, SQL is not a database. SQL is a structured query language. If you want to communicate, with any database, see, this is very important. If you want, basics are very, very important, guys. Okay. If you want to communicate with any database, we are going to use SQL. That's it. So you can say, what is SQL? SQL is structured query language. If you want to communicate with any database, we are going to use SQL. SQL and MySQL both are same? No. So this is a database. Storing purpose, we are going to use this database systems. Okay. Storing purpose, we are going to use this database systems. But SQL, why we are using? We are going to communicate. So how we are going to communicate? Okay. You want to store data. You want to store data. You want to update data. You want to delete data. You want to retrieve data. Now, how we are communicating? By using English language, we are communicating, right? The same way you and me, we are communicating like, okay, by using English language. If you want to communicate any database systems, you need SQL. I hope you guys are clear. Okay. Database and SQL, both are different. Okay. Don't say like, okay, SQL is a database. No, it is a structured query language. If you want to communicate with any database, we are going to use SQL. So what type of communication? I want to store data. I want to update data. I want to delete data. I want to retrieve data. So these kind of operations, mainly we are going to perform. These kind of operations, mainly we are going to perform. So how easy it is? It is like a plain English language. Plain English language. So if you know basic English, you can definitely learn SQL. Okay. If you know basic English, just basic English, it's required. So what is store, what is update, what is delete, what is retrieve. Okay. So that's why, suppose I want to create a database. Now let's jump into the practical session. Now you are clear about what is database. Okay, I'll take one diagram here. We'll talk about databases, schemas, and tables. Then we'll go for practical. MS Paint. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to create one database here. I'm going to create one database. So the database name called, suppose, orders. Okay, orders is my table. Okay. Goods I'm going to create, or products, whatever it is. Okay. So any name. Okay, as of now. Okay. So or else you can take bank. Okay, bank is my database. So the best example is bank. The best example is bank. So this is your database. So here what you can store? You can store customer information. You can store employee information. You can store how much he is deducting. Okay, how much he is depositing. Okay, everything you can store. Okay, bank. So that is called database. Okay, all the information we are going to store. Even suppose if you are going to create any Facebook account, if you are going to create any Facebook account, or you are going to create any Instagram account, so where it is going to log in? I mean, where it is going to store? So everything, see this information, mobile number, password, date of birth, okay, first name, last name. So everything, as soon as you are going to create this account, whenever you are going to click on sign up, so backend there is an API, it is going to store all the values into your database, Now, the difference between database and schema. So again, coming to schema, so why we need to create schemas? So here you can observe there are different schemas. See, first database is there, then schemas. So this is called schema. I'll tell you what is schema also. So inside this schema, tables. So this is very important. So what is first? Database, schema, then table. This you need to remember. Database, schema, and table. See, why can't we create? See, we can create within database many tables, but why it is required? I'll tell you. I'll give you one example here so that you can able to understand. See, there is a bank database. See, what type of banks we do have? It is available. So we have, if you assume here, we have HDFC is there, ICICI is there, okay, Now Axis is there, SBI is there. Okay, there are many. Okay, there are many banks. So these are all Indian banks. So if you talk about US, Morgan Stanley, then JP Morgan. There are so many. JP Morgan, then Santander. There are many banks, guys. Okay, there are many. Now I want to create account. Okay, so I want to create account in HDFC Bank. I want to create account in HDFC Bank. See how the data model is designed. See, without schema, I'm going to tell you. First, without schema, I'm going to create a table here. So this is called customer table. This is called customer table. So this is called customer table. So, okay. So we have an user. So he want to create an account in HDFC. Okay, with so and so name. Okay. So it's like Srikanth, some years. Okay. So he is going to fill the form and they're going to create the table into this database, bank database with customer table. Now there is, okay, we have given the customer ID is 101. Now there is another person, he want to create account in a SBI. So where it is going to create the same account, I mean in the same database with the same table, okay, customer table, it is going to create with SBI. Now there is another person, he want to create an account in Santander, okay, in Santander. See what is happening here. All the values, I mean, all the banks we are storing in a single table. So there is no security. So this guy also can view this information, okay, the admin, okay. So bank information is always, it's a confidential. Always it is a confidential. So always it is a confidential. But if you observe here, everyone is going to create their account, okay, their account in a single table, okay. Whenever they are going to create an account, so in backend, they have designed only one table for everyone, within the database. Within the database, we have only one table. All the information is storing here. All the information is storing here. So here, suppose I want to retrieve Santander data. Okay, the querying is very difficult. Also, there is no security. So, so these guys also can view yours data. Okay, so like this, there are so many complications. Okay, so many complications. So that is the reason. So what DBA team, okay, database administration or architects were decided. So why can't we create separate tables for each database? Why can't we create for separate tables for each bank? Okay, so we do have HDFC Bank, ICICI, Axis, and SBI. Now, just observe here. If I create with the same name, what will happen? Okay, what will happen? Just observe. Create. Okay, I'll create some test table. Okay, create customer CID is an integer. Just I'm going to keep only customer name. Customer name is string. Customer name is string. See, the table is created successfully. Okay, with CID and customer name. But here, what is the use case? So instead of one table name, I want to create separate tables for each bank. Now, you can assume, okay, this is for HDFC we have created, but I want with the same name. I want with the same name for SBI also. Okay, let's try to create this. Let's try to create this. See, what is the problem here? Object customer already exists. So this table is already exist. We cannot create. So within one database, you cannot create duplicate tables. You cannot create duplicate tables. Even HDFs also, they want the name as customer. And ICICI also, they want the name as customer. Morgan Stanley also, they want the name as customer. Okay. So the table name is same. If they want to create it in single database, so it is not possible. Okay. It is not possible. It is not possible. So that's why they come up with an approach to create schema. Okay. I'll tell you what is schema. So schema is nothing but logical representation of data. Okay. So what is schema? Schema is nothing but logical representation of data or databases. Okay. So logical representation. What is logical representation here? So what is logical representation here? Just observe. Now we are going to create separate schemas for each and every bank. So one is for HDFC, one is for ICICI, one is for Axis, one is for Morgan Stanley, and one is for JP Morgan, and one is for Santander. So these are the schemas. These are the schemas. So inside the schemas, what they have decided, you need to create the tables. So I want to create customer table for all the banks. Now let's see whether it is possible or not. Okay, just simply I'm giving yes, okay, table. So basics are very, very important. So even interviews also they're going to ask, okay, we have one database. Okay, within one database, we can create duplicate table names. No, it is not possible. Okay, it won't allow. Okay, this is the schema. And this is the customer table. Okay, this is the customer table. Now my schema name is HDFC. I'm going to keep. So here I'm going to keep it as ICICI. So here I'm going to keep it as Axis. But the table name is same. Observe here. Okay. See, not only one table. Okay. So if it is bank means there are many tables. Customer table, employee table. Okay. Amount table. Okay. Something like this. Loans table. So we are going to create the schemas first. Okay. First we are going to create the database, then schemas and tables. Then what is table? Table is nothing but columns and rows. Okay. Table contains rows and columns. Now let's see it in a practical mode now. Let me maximize a little bit. Now I want to create, see, I told you, right? If you want to communicate with any database, we need a SQL. I want to create database. It's very simple. See, create. What you want to create? Database. Create database. My database name called is bank. Bank. The database is created. Now I want to see whether the database is created or not. Show databases. See, bank is created. That's fine. If you want, you can refresh here and you can see. See, public is the default schema. Okay. Default schema. Now I want to create multiple schemas here. Schema. I want to create. Again, this one is create schema. What is the schema name I want to create? HDFC. Okay, where you want to create? This is very important, guys. Bank dot. See, what is the bank here? Bank is the database name. HDFC is the schema name. Schema HDFC successfully created. Now, the same way I want to create it for two more again. Let's see. ICICI and Axis and Morgan. Now I want to execute 3 queries at the same time. Yes, we can do this. Okay, just observe here. See, we are successfully created. Now, if you want to see here, see here we have created schemas, different schemas. Now what do you want to create? I want to create a table. What is the table name? Customer. Okay. So where you want to create? First, you need to mention before this, create table, your database name, then your schema name. It is very important. So where you want to create? Okay, I want to create my table in a HDFC first. Yes, you can do this. Then I want to create it in another bank. So that is called ICICI. So Axis, Morgan. So earlier it is not possible to create the same table in a database. Now, how it is possible, we'll see. Whether it is going to create or not. Yes, table customer successfully created. If you want, you can refer here. See, access tables, customer table is there. Okay, whether HDFC we didn't create. Okay, bank.HDFC. So we have given in a small letters. Even small also it will accept. Okay. Okay, bank HDFC customer is already okay. Might be the refresh is didn't happen. Okay. See, customer table is there. So like this, we can create with the same name as a table with the multiple schemas. With the multiple schemas. So what is the database name here? Bank is our database. We have multiple schemas. Axis, HDFC, ICICI, Morgan. Okay. So like this, you can create. Like this, you can create your database. Now, just observe here. I want to insert some data. I want to insert. So or else let me give you one example. Okay. So I have a table. I have a table called loan payment. Loan payment is my table. So where I want to create. So I want to create it in bank.HDFC. Even without double quotes also it will work. Just observe here. Create table, database name, schema name, and table name. So these are the properties you need to provide. Okay. So loan ID, loan status, principal, terms, effective date, due date. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm creating my table. Okay. Database bank does not exist. Okay. Now I have created one table called loan payment. So where I have created my table in HDFC. Now, if you want to see what are the tables it is available, show tables. So even you can see it in a graphical way. I mean, by using GUI also you can see, by using commands also, you can verify, show tables. Show tables. See here. So why it is not displaying? So because if you observe here, we have selected database name and schema name. So we have to change bank and HDFC. Bank and HDFC. So it will display. Or else you have to display, you have to write always what you can do. This one, database name. So the best practice is always you can write database name, schema name, and your table name. Okay, your table name. Okay, show tables. Okay, not show tables is a command. Okay. Suppose I want to move it into another database. Suppose just observe here, use, we do have ViVision, right? Okay. So automatically it is going to change. So this you have to be careful whenever you are going to use this. See, automatically it is changed. So whenever you are going to run this query, show tables, it will come from ViVision database. ViVision. But which database I want to use? I want to use bank. It's like a plain English, guys. Okay. So I want to use my database name is bank, then use bank, then show tables, then show tables. See, bank. So the schema name, bank dot, even if you want to use any specific schemas, you can use this. So now it is moved to bank.HDFC. Now we have two tables. Loan payment is there, customer is there. Okay. I want to insert a data. Let me write for customer, then I'll explain for this one. So what are the fields? Show tables customer, right? So I want to describe the table. Okay. DSC table. So what is the table name? Table name is customer. Okay. I don't know what are the columns we have specified. We have CID and customer name. Okay. So I want to insert a data. See, insert into. So what is the table name? Customer. So it's like a plain English. CID and customer name into, just observe here, into the CID. Customer ID is 101 and I'm going to keep it as Srikant. Okay, this is my query. So suppose I want to insert one row. Okay, unexpected into. Insert into table, sorry, values. So okay, these are the values we are going to provide. So okay, just observe here, just observe carefully. Invalid identifier. So SQL supports only single quotes, not double quotes, even the string also. Okay, even the string. Okay, one row it is inserted. Cool. Okay, I want to insert another row. So what I need to do? You have to prepare again the query. Okay, 102 Banu. Suppose. Okay, fine. So what we are using now? We are using SQL to create the table and insert the values. Now I want to retrieve. So here we have a command called select star from. Okay, select star from customer. Okay, select star from customer. Okay, I want to retrieve all the values. Then you can use select star from customer. Okay, CID, customer name. So like this, you can do it. Okay, I want to delete. See, I want to delete from customer. So what it will do? It will delete all the values. If you perform this one, it will delete all the values. Now, here we do have one good feature I'm going to tell you. Okay, drop table. So anyone has any idea what is difference between delete and drop? So delete means it will delete only the data. See, whatever the data it is available, it is going to delete it, but not the table structure. If you perform drop, data also it will delete and table structure also it is going to delete. Okay, I'm going to perform this one. Select star from customer. Okay, see, it does not exist. But I want to recover. Okay, I want to recover. I want the data as previous. So how we can do? In Snowflake, we do have one good feature. It's called undrop table name. So this is not available in normal RDBMS systems. Okay, we do have undrop. Suppose, unfortunately, I have deleted one table. How to get it back? Yes, it is possible here. Table restored successfully. Now you can see select star from customer. See, now we can see the data. Okay, I want to insert bulk data. I want to insert a bulk data. So I have a table called loan payment. I have a table called loan payment. I have data in my CSV file. I have data in my CSV file. So if you observe this one, see how much time it will take you to write the query. There are 500 rows. At least it will take 1 or 2 hours to write the or prepare the queries. Okay. But here we do have one very good option called, okay, load data. See here, just observe bank database names, loan data, loan payment, and load data. So here you can browse. Okay, here you can browse your files. Okay, my data is there in a loans data. Just observe here. So where you want to load it, bank HDFC is my database name and schema name, and my table name called loan payment. Okay, what type of file? Select file format. It is a CSV file. Just observe here. What is there in first line with the header? It contains column names. Okay, I want to skip that. Header, skip first line. Then field delimiter is comma. Just load it. See, 500 rows are loaded within a 1 minute. Within a 1 minute. Within a 1 minute. So this is how you can see. See here. The entire data we can able to see here. Now I want only loan status. I want only loan status. So what I can do in this case, so you can specify your column names. You can specify your column names. Select loan status from, okay. It is showing it is not there. Let's see. Loan status, it is available. So, okay, we have created us like this. Okay. Then So, okay, while creating the table, okay, we have given double quotes, might be that is the reason, but it's not required the double quotes. Okay, anyway, the actual classes, how to create the table and how to insert the values. Okay, so I do have already created one year diagram. Okay, VAT GitHub, right? Okay, github.com/ okay, not this one. VA Tech Talks. See, going forward, I mean, in the actual classes, we are going to create, okay, see, we are going to create, there's a HR database. So we are going to create employee databases, sorry, employee tables, dependents, departments, locations, regions, jobs, okay. We are going to perform, we are going to create the tables first, and we are going to insert the values, and you will get the real-time task, okay, how you are going to insert the values and how you are going to update the values. And so mainly, you are going to learn, okay, mainly you are going to learn the sub languages of SQL. Okay, you have studied, okay, might be in your BTech or MCA, okay, you have studied or BCA. So these commands like DDL, DML, DCL, DQL, and DCL. So we'll talk about one by one. Okay, first we'll complete SQL part, then we'll start Snowflake, then we'll start Snowflake sessions. So this is also one of the demo session. Okay, it's a class 2. So how we are going to work with, your Snowflake account, and how to create the tables, and how to create the databases, and how to create the schemas. So what is the difference between database and schema? So that is what we have seen today. Okay, that is what we have seen today. If you want to enroll for the course, okay, so please call this number. The actual classes will start from Monday. You can take next 2 days. Okay, you can take next 2 days. Anyway, I'm going to provide this recording again. Okay, you can go through it. You can go through it, and you can decide, and you can let me know. So from Monday onwards, the both, I mean, I'll inform in a group, offline and online will be available. Okay, both it will be available. Don't worry. Then I'll teach you from beginning. If you don't know SQL also, so today you may have some idea like, okay, after completion of this class, how to create the database and how to create the schemas and all. So in going forward, there is one more thing. So I'm going to share this entire class notes. Okay, you no need to type anything. So what you need to do, just you need to run this. That's it. See, just you need to run this, and you have to observe. And you have to observe. After run this one, so what is happening? After run this, what will happen? After run this, what will happen? Okay. So like this, you have to observe. Okay. So you no need to type line by line and all. So anyway, I'm going to provide classroom notes as well as recording videos. Okay, recording videos. Yeah, that's it for today. I have another session. We'll see you in actual classes. Thank you.